Checking in the journal has been
Up next, please.
Building, zoning, code enforcement, monthly report. Commercial, new rehabilitation permits, we had 3. Building complaints, we had 6. Complaints on code enforcement, we had 32 of those. Building consults, 30. Consult meeting and code enforcements, 7. Zoning consult meetings, 18. Residential demolition permits, we had 1. Residential electrical permits was 3. Residential new rehabilitation permit was 5. And a residential roofing permit, we had 3 of those. That's it.
You've been busy.
Yes, a
You've been busy.
little bit.
any questions?
Yeah.
Picking up. Good for you.
Have you?
Do you have anything under communications, Mr. Chairman?
No, we do not.
Okay, I have a couple of things here. First, I'd like to introduce you to our new city engineer. His name is Mr. Bruce Carson. Bruce, if you'd stand. Bruce is also a civil engineer, and he's been with us now a little over a week and is doing a great job for us, so we appreciate the work he's doing, and I think he'll be a great asset to the team. Next work that I had handed out to you on the wireless internet system for the police department. That is part of the program. If you remember, we talked about teaming with the county to help put this new system in because the dispatch system was not working properly. It's going to go live, I think it was June 23rd.
No. Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
June 23rd?
Third.
It is coming along very well, and Chief Kennedy and her staff have been working with them to get everything ready on our part. So we're very pleased that it's getting to that point. And when we were meeting today on it, learning what it can do for us, I asked if anyone else in the state had anything that we can kind of refer to and see how it's working for them. No one else in the world has a system like this. So we came up with this, not we, but the Spillman Company came up with this idea. So it's going to be something that is not only going to be more efficient, it's going to be providing better safety for our officers and what all it provides, and I think it's going to be a great system for many years. So plus with the Wi-Fi that's going to be going live at the same time for our dispatch system, a lot of good things happening in that department. One other thing, Mr. Tidd, I think you have an introduction you'd like to make.
Whenever it's appropriate, Mr. Mayor.
Go right ahead.
Good. Thank you. And I know this young lady is not unfamiliar to members of the council, and to the council I'd like to introduce Brooke Robertson, who is our new staff member with Makita. She's going to be the new Director of Business Retention and Expansion, and will be working in Christie's capacity, working with our existing industries and businesses. So she just started 2 weeks ago, and so she's going to be a great asset to the organization and to the community as well. So,
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. And hearing none other communications, we'll move into unfinished business. Do we have anything to report on unfinished?
No, sir.
Seeing none, we'll move to new business. First item is ordinance number 14, 2014.
A fair housing ordinance for the city of Prue, Indiana.
Move we consider ordinance number 14. Second.
Been moved by Councilman Crosskoff, second by Councilman Guston, to consider ordinance number 14, 2014. Roll call.
Alley.
Yes.
Goff.
Yes.
Greer.
Yes.
Guston.
Yes.
Crosskoff.
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Torrance.
Yes.
Move we adopt ordinance number 14, 2014.
Second. Has been moved by Councilman Crosskoff, second by Councilman Guston, to adopt ordinance 14, 2014. Questions? Basically, on this is something that we have to have if we're going to be applying for any kind of grants, especially through OCRA, which is the Office of Community and Rural Affairs. And it's dealing with some of the things that we've been talking about already with, you know, the ADA compliance issues and some things like that, that we need to have a current ordinance on. We did not have a current ordinance, and so this brings us up to date and allows us to be able to receive federal dollars and state dollars for these projects. Do you have any questions? Any questions from the audience? Roll call.
Alley.
Yes.
Goff.
Yes.
Greer.
Yes.
Guston.
Yes.
Crosskoff.
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Torrance.
Yes.
Okay, next item is ordinance number 15, 2014.
An ordinance to appropriate from the unappropriated fire territory to the fire territory budget the sum of $4,300.
Move we consider ordinance number 15, 2014.
Second.
Has been moved by Councilman Crosskopf, second by Councilman Greer to consider ordinance 15, 2014. Roll call.
Alley,
Yes.
Goff,
Yes.
Greer,
Yes.
Guston,
Yes.
Crosskopf,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Torrance.
Yes.
Okay, this is monetary, so this will come back before the council at next month's meeting for adoption. Next item is ordinance number 16, 2014.
An ordinance to appropriate from the unappropriated fire territory and equipment replacement fund to the fire territory and equipment replacement fund budget the sum of $12,000.
Move we consider ordinance number 16, 2014.
Second.
Has been moved by Councilman Crosskopf, second by Councilman Greer to consider ordinance number 16, 2014. Roll call.
Alley,
Yes.
Goff.
Yes.
Greer,
Yes.
Guston,
Yes.
Crosskopf,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Torrance.
Yes.
This one also will come back before the city council at next month's meeting. Next item, ordinance number 17, 2014.
An ordinance to appropriate from the unappropriated public safety LOIT to the public safety LOIT budget the sum of $102,500.
Move we consider ordinance number 17, 2014.
Second.
Who seconded that? Okay. It's been moved by Councilman Crosskopf, second by Councilman Alley to consider ordinance number 17, 2014. Roll call.
Alley,
Yes.
Goff,
Yes.
Greer,
Yes.
Guston,
Yes.
Crosskopf,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Torrance.
Yes.
Okay, this one also will come back next month for final approval. Next item, ordinance number 18, 2014.
An ordinance to vacate a public alley in the city of Peru.
Move we consider ordinance number 18, 2014.
Second.
Has been moved by Councilman Crosskopf, second by Councilwoman Lee to consider ordinance 18, 2014. Roll call.
Alley,
Yes.
Goff,
Yes.
Greer,
Yes.
Guston,
Yes.
Crosskopf,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Torrance.
Yes.
Move we adopt ordinance number 18, 2014.
Second.
Has been moved by Councilman Crosskopf, second by Councilwoman Lee to adopt ordinance 18, 2014. Questions? Denny, do you have anything to add on this? Is this something that was asked for,
Yes.
or is this one of those that you're trying to get cleared up in the city?
No, it's different.
Okay.
This is just a north-south alley. It's real close to Mr. Weenie. It's just a block off of Broadway. And there's two property owners on each side of it, and they requested that the alley be closed. I talked with powers to be, such as the street department and utilities and such. There's a water line that runs north-south in that. Both property owners have been made aware that if anything comes up, the city does have a right to go in there and fix anything that breaks, and everybody's in agreement with that, so that's it.
Is the east-west alley a dead end?
Beg pardon?
Is the east-west alley dead end?
Yes.
What I remembered it was.
What?
Is the east-west, is it
alley.
dead end clear to the east?
The long one
west?
behind the house.
There's a long one back there, yeah.
Back there.
Is it dead end on the west end?
Yes.
That's what I remembered.
Yep. That's the one. And the other thing is they're going to move their trash so that it can be picked up off that east-west. That was the only real caveat of that, which was a non-issue.
Okay, just curiosity then, how did this, if the trash trucks, how do they get back to Broadway if the alley dead ends on the west end?
Oh,
It's,
they do that anyway.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They go clear down to the end.
Then they have to back out?
No, they just drive out. It's got a big turnaround back
Yeah.
there. So they just turn around and drive out. They do that now. That's not going to change.
Okay, I just was
Yeah.
curious.
Oh, that's right.
You said it dead ended, and I didn't know how they
Yeah.
got turned around. So.
Yeah, it's a turnaround.
this did go through the plan commission.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
It was last
We
month.
approved it. Yeah.
Okay, any other questions? Anyone from the audience or any remonstrance? Seeing none, roll call.
Alley,
Yes.
Goff,
Yes.
Greer,
Yes.
Guston,
Yes.
Crosskopf,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Torrance.
Yes.
Motion Motion carries. Next item is ordinance 19, 2014.
An ordinance to amend and replace ordinance number 5, 2002.
I move we consider ordinance number 19, 2014.
Second.
It has been moved by Councilman Crosskross, second by Councilman Guston, to consider ordinance 19, 2014. Roll call.
Alley?
Yes.
Goff?
Yes.
Greer?
Yes.
Guston?
Yes.
Crosskopf?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Torrance?
yes,
Move we adopt ordinance number 19, 2014.
Second.
Second.
It's been moved by Councilman Crosskross, second by Councilman Guston, to adopt ordinance 19, 2014. For questions, what this one is, there is a lost document. If you went to, say, that 15106, or 151 section, the whole thing, and it shows a lot of reference to ordinance number 5, 2002, but that document is lost. You cannot find it if anybody wanted to refer to it. So basically, this is to give some clarity to that. We want to change the references from ordinance number 5, 2002, which is a lost document, and say refer to ordinance number 19, 2014, so you could readily go pull that ordinance up. So basically, what we're doing is in that 151 section, it will go from ordinance number 5, 2002 to this, and that way we have a document to show what actually took place on that. And then the other part, the 151069 section in there is on the roadside stands, and Denny can tell you a little more about the roadside stands on that, but that first part is to get some more housekeeping done on that one section that is lost.
This has gone through the planning commission as well, and basically it's just an ordinance that would charge roadside stands a fee for certain lengths of time, such as a week, 30 days, or 90 days. It's just a permit that they would need to acquire to do what they do. And the reason for this is, like, some roadside stands are setting up close to some of the businesses that sell food, and it's just to kind of create a more even playing field. That's part of it. So, and the idea would be to have a sign, or not a sign, but a permit that would show the date the permit was issued, and the dates, the start date and the finish date of when the permit was valid. So you can just, like from my position, I can just drive by it, and I can look and see those dates and know that they're within the correct time frame.
I have a question. So say if someone wants to sell in Kroger parking lot for just the weekend, would this still apply?
Yeah, it's a roadside stand, yeah.
So that's what it's talking about.
Yes.
So that's but they could be there for up to 7 days.
Barbecue.
at
Well,
$20.
you can buy a 7-day permit for 20. Yeah, so, I mean, they're just there
Doesn't
2 out
matter
of 7.
as long as you're in that.
Yeah, we're not breaking it down any more than that,
Okay.
than a 7-day permit.
Just out of curiosity, is anybody permitting them right now, like the county or anybody? Like for health inspections, are they getting?
There is, yes, they're doing that with, like, the hot dog stand and stuff like that, or the hot dog stand on wheels. That, they have to go through that. But I think the health department does
Yes.
have to check on that.
Yeah.
Those guys. But we just don't have anything in place. For example, down there next to Mr. Weenie and the pizza, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. I hate, I love that place. Yeah.
I think the intent, just so it's not to go around and say we're going to slap figures on this, I think, Denny, correct me if I'm wrong, but some restaurants had concern that these locations, like what Denny mentioned with Slappy's, they're selling food for people, and they really didn't have any fees or anything, but a restaurant is paying property taxes, and they said, so, we're paying all the tax on this, and this guy's in competition with me without paying anything. And they have a valid point on that. And so that's the reason why this was looked into a little different. If you're competing with an existing business and they're paying property taxes, why are we giving them the chance to do it and with no charge attached? So I believe that's what the big intent was, right?
That's correct.
and the plan commission had no problem with this.
This also includes, it also applies to not-for-profits?
Yes.
If you've got a not-for-profit organization and everybody within this group, they can get a single permit to apply to all parties under the same umbrella or the same organization or whatever, except the proceeds of that has to go back into the not-for-profit organization. You can have like 20 vendors set up, and if it's all for that purpose, that's fine. But if it's 20 vendors and they're keeping the profits, that's a different story.
Okay,
You're
so-
talking like the
so
Chambers Farmers Market, is that?
Yeah.
Would be a good, okay.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the farmer's market over on the firehouse lawn. They're going to have to get one permit?
No,
No,
Each of them will have to have a permit?
correct.
Now, they open there on Fridays. Do they count it 7 days, or is it every day? I mean, is it 7 Fridays or 14 Fridays or 30 Fridays, or they're only open on Friday afternoons? So are you charging them 90 days? Or are you going to charge them?
I'll just charge them $20 for the week.
Well, what I'm saying is they're only open on Friday afternoons. So they can charge
They would have to pay.
$100 for the summer or $100
That's
for
the way
90
it was-
days?
That's the way we're looking at it. I'm the messenger.
I know, I'm just, these
Yeah,
are just
that's where we
questions that
stand.
we're
Um,
asking.
The walkway, I mean, there's no competition as far as grocery stores or restaurants. Would they still be considered under this?
Yeah, it was in the city limits.
That's quite a bit. Yeah. Okay.
So the, so
Lot less
the,
than the original.
so the chili cook-off, for
Yeah.
example, that they have on the walkway.
That's only one day.
It's a nonprofit, but they are
Yeah,
making money.
The organization is making money, not the vendor on that case. Is that right? It's just, if
Yeah.
you had the chili cook-off, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
That money,
right,
is that
right.
for the handy-capable organization, right?
Right.
Or harvesting capabilities. But,
So that'd just
So
be.
that'd just be a $20, yeah.
Per
Yeah.
resident. Okay.
but it's not that each individual one is keeping the profits. That is a fundraiser, but it's a one-time, or a one charge, right?
right.
Okay.
I'd hate to see it diminish the farmer's market. It's kind of a small one.
Well, maybe there's a way to look at that. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
it should,
I mean,
should rethink that.
Because if you're gonna charge the farmer's market, and I saw them open last week, so if they'd go May through October, they'd have to pay $200 to be there for the summer? Is that correct?
I don't know how many days they're open.
Well, they were open last Friday. That
Right.
was the 1st of May. So May, June, July, August, that would be May, June, July is 3 months, and then August, September would be another 3 months, so they may have to have $200 to set up there for each person?
Yep. That's
An
what it sounds
interesting
like.
point.
Maybe we could add language that the farmer's market as a whole could get a permit instead of each individual.
You mean a $20 fee for all of them?
No, like the summer fee, the 90-day,
okay.
like a $100 fee for the farmer's market as a whole.
That would be a lot of money, $200 for the summer.
Yeah. How many days do they,
Well, they were open the 1st of May, so May, June, and July would be 90 days, and then they're going to be August and September probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that would be,
that would be May, June, July, that'd be 12, approximately, say 12 weeks, that'd be 12 days.
well, I'm just asking, that's why I was trying to clarify it. Are you just counting the days they're actually open, or are you counting calendar days?
I was counting the calendar days. That's the way I understood this.
Okay,
Percent.
that's
Calendars.
why I wanted some clarification. If
I was counting the week if they're open,
But they're only open 4 hours or 5 hours on Friday afternoon.
right.
So,
Well, see,
they're
that's
open
not,
all day Saturday, aren't they?
no, they're just open Friday afternoons, aren't they?
Yeah, Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon is it.
I thought they was there on Saturday, too.
No, just Friday afternoon. So it seems like if you
So maybe-
counted the calendar days,
Yeah.
you would have 90 days, would carry them through the end of July, May, June, July, and then you'd have to
You're
have another
talking-
90 days.
Gabe, you're talking about a seasonal type of charge then, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, or maybe we could add language that when it's under an organization like the Chili Cook-Off or the Farmer's Market, that organization, not
that's
individual
really-
stands could
And that's
get
under
that.
the chamber, I think, the farmer's market. I think that's who it's hosted by. So you just get a flat fee for the summer.
Yeah.
And you can do that.
I'll make a
It's up to you
motion.
guys if you want to, whatever, if you'd like to amend it, you can have the right to amend it, so.
I have one more question. What if it's inside of a store, like inside Kroger's? Our harvesting capabilities, there's a Valentine candy sale. Would this still apply if we're inside?
It's on a roadside stand.
It's just, yeah, it's just
Okay, just
outside,
for
roadside
roadside.
stand, yeah.
Okay. And then my last question is, like in Kroger parking lot, we do a bake sale and then a corn sale towards the fall. Would that be two $20 times, I guess?
Is it two different people?
No, it's same group,
Well, I think.
But two different times, so.
but two different times, one now, and then one again, like in
Well, yeah, that's right.
September.
It would be two different
So it'd
times.
be two different.
Yeah.
What about the farmers that come in like with their pickup trucks to sell their stuff? I mean, a lot of them guys will just pull in for a couple of hours or for the day. How do you even police it?
That's what he would be, I mean, are you going to catch everybody? Probably not, but if they come,
That's all I'll do.
I mean, if they're 2 hours or 4 hours or whatever, I mean, it still fits the definition of a roadside stand, so.
Their profit. They can't have a profit margin that much on a load of corn, roasting ears off the back of a truck. I mean, they're lucky to make $50 and whatever it is. That can't be much. And, I mean, I see them come in the summertime down here on 3rd Street at the laundry. There's a lady comes in there all summer. As soon as corn's in, of course. $20 a mid would kill her profit margin. I mean, just tell me not to do it, is what it would tell me. If I take $20 out of 100 I take in,
Yeah.
I'm giving you 20% of what I made. Why would I want to do that?
That's like my corn sale at Kmart parking lot, we do it, on a weekend,
Yeah.
but
Well, just
$20.
tell me what you got in mind. We'll just rewrite it. I'm just presenting this.
Yeah,
to
I
you.
know, I'm
Okay.
just discussing it. Like he said, $20 gonna be a big profit out of our money for the city. So,
Any thoughts, suggestions, comments down there?
I had a comment about section 159.069 in the Peru Code of Ordinance book that exists right now. I believe it says it's $10 a day.
Right.
And I wondered, is that being
Updated.
enforced? Or is that? at
No,
this
but
point?
that's in there, and that's why we rewrote this too, is because we didn't think the $10 a day was a fair fee to charge anybody either, so. That's what it has been.
Yeah.
And.
But we
I
haven't, we haven't been issuing permits at this point, have we?
No,
Yeah,
a
I
permit
think
never
so.
existed for this.
Okay.
Well, a lot of times people set up, as David said earlier, and you can't catch some of them because, you can't be everywhere at every time, but, at the time, if they did see them, yeah, I mean, that's an ordinance, and that either we enforce them or we don't use them, or it's passing something that we wouldn't enforce.
Well, they can,
Perhaps this is one of those that maybe you should look at, that you were looking at before, and determine whether or not you want to keep what's in the books now, or you want to adopt something else, or you want to get rid of it altogether.
I make a motion we table it for now.
I would like
So
to
we get a
table it
chance to
and
look
look
at
at the,
Sure, I don't care. Yeah.
well, but you said that, is this in the book? Which-
There is
There
a
is
section on
one.
roadside stands now in the books.
Right.
So maybe you look at that,
Right.
decide if you like it,
But that is the
or you
revision.
like this or something else better, or you don't like any of it at all.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lost document.
No,
No, that's,
two separate.
this is two
Oh,
separate
this
ones.
is the second one,
That's
the
a different-
roadside, okay.
That's a different point.
I
second
that.
I'd like to table it.
All right. I think Terry second, so you made the motion, and did you seconded it, Cheryl? Is that correct? You seconded his motion?
Did I second it? I will second it.
Okay, if you didn't, I thought I heard you say so. it has been moved by Councilman Alley, second by Councilwoman Lee, to table ordinance number 19, 2014. Any questions? Roll call.
Alley.
Yes.
Goff.
Yes.
Greer.
Yes.
Guston.
Yes.
Crosskopf.
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Torrance.
Yes, but I'd like to make a comment. It's not too late. When the Plan Commission looked at this, they were trying to be fair with everybody. They, not gangbusters, People come in from out of town. They put up places, they sell tennis shoes. They sell a little bit of everything, and just like Jim brought up the point about the restaurants, didn't think it was fair. Guy over there, not paying any property taxes and things like that, and Dennis the same way. That's why we looked at trying to draw up something that was fair to everybody, not put burdens on somebody, but just to bring it up, that we were aware of what was going on, and we wanted, a plan.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have anything else from the council that should come before this body? Anyone in the audience have anything to say? Yes, sir. You want to come up to the microphone, please?
Having a problem. Mr. Greer, he's aware of it. He's been down there. Mr. Walker's a little bit familiar with it. We're trying to figure out whose job it is to enforce the leash law. Neighbors are letting the dog out. 2 of them. One's a pit bull. He's come after me about 4 times. I've called the police. I've called Greg, and he quit returning my calls, animal control. And, of course, like I say, Mr. Greer come down. He looked at the situation. It was pretty bad, isn't it? Real bad.
Yeah.
And,
You got that church across the street too that's had
pardon?
complaint. And the church across the street's had
Right.
complaints too.
Right. And I talked to the code enforcement officer. I can't get anything done. I just wonder if any of you can help me out or figure something out for me. My wife can't even walk on that side of the house. That pit bull's come after me 4 times on my own property. They've crapped on the west side of my house, 8 foot out and 40 foot long. And I mean, it's a mess, isn't it?
Yeah. I've seen it firsthand. It's
You
a
know.
mess.
I'm just getting a little bit sick of it. And it seems like everybody's hiding behind the bush when I go confront them, Even the police, they don't even want to come down.
The only thing I could say at this point is, you may have given me your address before you leave tonight. Give me that address and we'll send, whether it's the police and the animal control down there tomorrow and see what it looks like. Okay?
They need to come down when that pit bull's out and let them come after him.
Well, we don't know what time, you've got to know what time he's out, I mean.
Well, 7:30 in the morning, be down there.
Okay. Okay.
But this has been going on for a year.
Well, we will,
But on the pit bull, that they don't have a fenced-in yard?
No. And it cost me $1,400. But when you got a leash law,
Yours isn't fenced in either?
no, sir.
Right.
But
But
when you've got,
I mean, it's not your responsibility to
Right.
fence in your own yard.
right,
But if they've got a dog and they're letting him out and they don't have their yard fenced in, there's a problem.
yeah. They let it out the side door and it could crawl in my dining room window.
Yes, it has.
And she's scared to death, that's my wife.
I don't blame her.
I have pictures of what we deal with.
You wanna see any of them, or-
I can't even mow my own yard on that side.
And
They
yesterday-
They mowed it yesterday.
Yesterday, we was gonna clean the yard up,
I refuse to go out.
clean all the dog stuff, but there's probably 100 pounds of dog crap in that yard.
Yes.
They went over there and mowed my yard. Now you ought to see it.
And
Yeah.
our central air unit is there.
They use it for a bathroom.
They on it all winter long, and I don't even want to turn it on this year.
But it seems like every time I go to talk to somebody, I think it's gonna help me.
okay, Chief, tomorrow morning, could you get Greg and one of our officers to go there around 7:30, if that's the time frame? And if you can get in touch with Greg tonight, see if they can go down and take a look at that, 7:30. Okay,
All right,
all right,
okay,
thank you.
bye.
Thank you.
Do we have anything else from the audience? Mr. Tidd?
I just wanted to let the council know that it's that time of the year, and Brooke and I have been working on sending out notices to all of our existing companies that have outstanding abatements. The deadline is May the 15th to have all their paperwork turned in. Again, this is an annual compliance review. So if it is personal property, they turn it into the assessor. If it's real property, they turn it into the auditor's office, and then we'll be scheduling a meeting with the council abatement committee to review those and determine whether or not a company's in compliance or not. So just wanted to let you know, we sent out 2 reminders now. First one was back in March. The other one was just the other day, 1st of May, let them know that that deadline is coming up. So we'll be back in touch and working with the incentive committees.
We'll get a report then after the committee?
After the committee, normally we'll come and kind of review what the findings were and just kind of review the outstanding abatements and who has what and those kind of things.
That committee will be Cheryl Lee, Gabe, and myself. And we usually meet with your new help.
Deadline?
The deadline is May 15th.
We'll get calls before then.
Yeah, we'll set up the meeting once we get all the forms. Probably sometime, historically, we do it in June or July.
Yeah, it's usually around 1st of June is what we usually look at them at.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else have anything?
A quick question. How's the,
Well, I don't think Steve's here. Steve did stop by this afternoon. It's coming along pretty well. We're going to be putting a 1-inch park. And you say, well, 1 inch might be big for drinking fountains, but we're going to run a 1 inch in case at some point in time a restroom is needed there. We're going to have the plumbing in ground, so it won't cost us more in the future to do that. They are starting to pour concrete down there. And he said there's some things going a little slow because they were supposed to get some dirt from some people and they didn't have it ready yet, so it kind of slowed them down a little bit. But tell you what, I give Steve Anderson all the credit in the world. He's really taken this thing and done a great job with it. And the success of that park is going to be because of what he's doing. He's been a great bulldog on that, if you will. So, doing
And you
great.
might also add, whenever he was in today, he's in desperate need of volunteers.
Yes.
But they're not receiving help. From 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., is that when it is? If there's anyone who's willing to help with the skate park, show up down there,
Yeah.
and they could use all the hands that are available, because they're really not receiving
Right.
a lot of volunteer help right now. So
Yeah. They could really use the help during the day too, because they have more people in the afternoon after people get off work. So if people are available during the day to help them prepare for the concrete pours, because they usually get the concrete pours around 3 o'clock. So getting ready for it before 3 is,
yeah, so if
Be really
anybody
helpful.
has the time during the day or at any time, he said they were in desperate need of volunteers, so
good news is, he told me that the kids are showing up and helping.
Right.
good.
Yeah.
You know, when they put the bowling alley down there, are they skate water? Because when they put that bowling alley in there, they were digging deep, and they got practically into the canal.
But we don't have to dig as deep with this because the park will be seasonal as far as water.
Yeah.
And in our park system, we shut the water off and drain the pipes, so there won't be any running water to freeze in the wintertime. So we can go a shallower depth. We won't get into the old canal and
You won't get
everything
into
like
it.
that.
I know they had big problems when that was put
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, if you're going to bury it and it's going to be a year-round type water supply, you'd have to go deeper.
Yeah.
But, we can go down a couple feet and be fine with that water line. So yeah, because it'll have a shut-off valve on it and then way to, drain it and everything, so we'll be good for the winter on that. So, one other thing real quick, I could try to keep the roads and things of that nature. We are rebidding that, if you will, between the two who have submitted things back when we did the bids in October. We're going to change the focus. We want to go with a little different liquid that they put into it, because I think the liquid's not as strong as it needs to be, and that's why some of these roads are drying out and cracking too soon. Just lessons that we've learned over the years. So we are going to what they call a 64 type of liquid. Some of the others are like 72 and all that, and this just gives it, I guess the easiest way to say, it's putting more glue on the stone to bind it together a little tighter. So that's probably the easiest way to look at it. We have one set of bids in right now. We are awaiting the other set of bids on what we're wanting to do. We are going to do some core borings on Logan Street to see if we need to go down as deep as we thought we would, just based on, just a visual in some sections. Well, it may not be as bad all across there, so we might not need to go down 5 inches. If we can go down less and still get a good product, we'll do that, and that saves us money, which means we can put more of the money we set aside into another street. To give you an example, I think I shared with you last month, West 5th Street, just to go 2 blocks because of the condition of that road, it has to be dug out. You're talking $93,000 to fix that street. That's 2 blocks. So there's not going to be a lot of extra money to get all 20 streets that we've identified as streets that do need attention. But we're trying to go back and rebid it, see if we can, find something we missed the first time and make sure we can get, more for our money. But still give a good quality product, as I say. So we'll keep you posted on that, but I can assure you that all 20 are not going to get done just because the severity of the roads that we are going to be fixed. They are definitely in need of rebuilding in a lot of spots. So as soon as we get all those in, I will keep you posted on that. Let you know which ones are going to make it, which ones aren't, and we'll see what next year brings and how much money we have next year to put toward them. But, we're going to be playing catch up on roads for a while because the need is there and the revenue isn't. So sad state of affairs right now, but with the way things are going, winter just didn't do us any favors. So when you look at other communities, they're all facing the same thing. So, but we'll keep you posted. So, anything else?
I know a couple years ago about extending the sidewalk north on Broadway out towards the Roxy. Is that still on hold?
Do what now?
Extending a sidewalk north on Broadway toward the
yeah,
Roxy.
that's on hold until, because there are developers talking about North Broadway. We have 2 or 3 that are talking about some things out there. You don't want to put a sidewalk in and go back and tear it out because we'd like to have an entryway here and you just tear out concrete you just paid for. So, I'm of the mind that when we get to that point and we know where the entryways are definitely going to be and how we're going to get it configured, then we can put the sidewalks in.
Okay.
But they do need to be out there, especially, for ADA compliance. We need to have access out there in a safe way. We certainly want to do that, but at the same time, we don't want to put money in just to tear it out.
I just thought of it a couple weeks ago. I saw some teens walking back on a Friday or Saturday night and just...
Yeah, we definitely need to do it, but, we have to watch how we spend every dollar on infrastructure, so. Anything else?
I have a question about demolition of homes. Last year we had a list. How is that going, or is that on hold?
Oh, no, we have I know Bruce is working on updating that. We're going to try to get started a lot earlier this year. Waiting until October doesn't help us any, because then we're behind the curve trying to get all the claims in, because this past year, December 15th was the last day we paid claims or get the claims in. Well, you're not getting everything done by the end of the year, and so we're going to try to get started a lot earlier. Bruce is working on that right now, getting notifications and things of that ready to go, and so we hope to get started a lot sooner this year on it, but we do have some money set aside for that.
Good.
Unfortunately, when you look at it, Jackie, correct me if I'm wrong, we got about 170,
Correct.
170,000. And you said, boy, we can make a lot of difference there. And it's not that many homes, because, we're going to pay on the small ones 10,000, and if you get a little bigger ones, you're getting into the 20s. If you got a downtown building, that we have one that is in bad shape and no owner, so we're probably going to get saddled with that could be 50 or 60,000. So it's expensive, so we're doing the best we can with that project, or those projects as well, but it costs a lot to demolish them. And then we put liens on the property, but we don't always get paid back the liens. If we do, that money goes back in to help do more of them later on. But, so we're knocking them down as we can. So, okay. Okay. Anything else?
So moved.
Second.
We're out.